just to be your wife, just to be a guy to a black man, no, just hold the flashlight, so before the batteries go, before you're left on your own, yes, I wrote it in blood on the living room rug, where I gotta be moving on now, before it ends up, I gotta begin to explain. I said I love you like a penny on a rail, love's the train. Now through the years I've explored every road, I thought I knew you well. Most importantly, I thought I knew myself. I get drunk by myself. Sometimes with you, honey, then I pull you down off the shelf, yes. Just let the movie in my mind play and rewind and play and rewind and rewind. Oh. Before it ends, I gotta begin to explain. I said I love you like a penny on a rail. Love's a train. Here we go. Oh yeah. Cause I didn't come into your life, honey, not to be your cooking and cleaning little housewife. Maybe not to be your sock, not to make you laundry, not to make you a sandwich. I need a man who does not live with his mama, who wants to make me a sandwich. Now the curtain is down. I think I see him clearing the stage. I hear, I feel, I know. You're running in the pouring rain, in the pouring rain, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we had to go long on that one, everybody. Welcome to the club with Lucas on RCE 106.9 FM here in the beautiful city of Barcelona, in the lovely state of Catalonia, in the lovely country that's fighting the man of Spain. Thank you, Pedro Sanchez, because you're the only one of us doing it. But anyway, that's another story. And if you see cream on my face, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's because someone just can't. I was eating too much croissant. Ooh. And somebody in this beautiful, we've got two sisters who are beautiful queens in this room today, and we are repping very happily Fashion Cares BCN. In fact, it's our 5th annual extravaganza of Fashion Cares, and this is happening tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm seeing tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
You better act like
already.
You know. Okay. Every year, what Fashion Cares does, everybody, and firstly, hold on. Lady Towy, thank you for being here. Lady Claudia, thank you for being here. Oh my God. Now, also, we have to say that. Do I have this right? Yes. Lady Color repping LavanaWild, who is also going to have her own spot and kiosk and aid. She's going to be providing aid as an AIDE for people who are in need. And we've got a lot to talk about later on. And we're also going to be joined just in a little while, in about 20 minutes approximately, by AndreaHypnotherapy, who's also going to be at the Palau Dalmases. Now, what is this about? Every year, Fashion Cares, well, for the last 3 or 4 years, they've been here as well. Fashion Cares comes together at the Palau Dalmases, and we throw a huge event with pre-loved fashions, local designers and artistry, sustainable fashion, sustainable life wear, all manners of wellness. This year, we're doing smorgasbord, a veritable cornucopia of wellness things as well into the kiosk that we're going to have. Live music, wine shall be flowing. Why? Because no one's going to whine when there's wine. And there is catwalks as well as DJs and live music. You just heard our queen of flamenco rock soul here in Catalonia and Spain. Tory Sparks is going to be there. And in fact, she's going to be giving us a little shout out later on in the hour. And Wow, I feel like I've been talking and talking and talking. How are you, ladies? Jesus, talk to me, please.
Not too shabby.
Okay, you look fabulous.
Thank
Both of you
you.
do. I mean, coming out of this rain, coming out of the rain. Do you finally see the light like Gloria?
Always.
Oh, amen.
Always,
That's
always,
right.
always.
We just walk in the light. Now, honestly, though, did you have to battle some ish to get over here?
Uh-huh.
Where were you? May I ask whereabouts you were coming from?
Yeah,
in the
I just
city?
came down from the Bourne, so not far. I
Okay,
just hopped
okay.
on a metro, but I was early and didn't want to hang out in the rain, and the wind was picking up, so I sought refuge here.
And I think, Towy, you blew in like Mary Poppins with the wind.
Always.
Beca-
Always.
Wow.
But I took a taxi, though. I had to
It's
cheat.
supposed to be sunny in a couple of hours.
Fake
Great.
news.
Fake news? Excuse me, I was drinking. Donald Trump said so. Okay, well, wait a minute. Well, everybody, we're going to repeat this. Fashion Cares 2026 takes off tomorrow and kicks off at 11... no, excuse me, we have to be there by then. At 12 o'clock until 8 at Palau Dalmases. That is at Carrer Bansveis, which is the Old Bats, number 13. It is also where the Palau Dalmases does a lot of their, or all of their, flamenco shows. And we're going to be blessed with one of those as well. I mean, tomorrow is non-stop, and I'm going to be on my tippy toes because I'm the MC along with Mr. Yo Day, who is the chief style coordinator and owner of the Velvet Room, our favorite champagne jazz room here in the city. So shout out to Yo Day because he will be there as well. And we have so many other things to get to. Why? Again, we are providing safe aid and harbor and light at the end of the tunnel for many, many scores of women, actually. And, of course, in some options with their children as well. Getting out of difficult situations. Every bit of these fundraising money that we raise goes to Fundación Arred and to ADAS as well, and the Association of Abused Women here in the city of Barcelona. You would think that the Generalitat and the Ayuntamiento would do a lot more than they do, but they don't. And this is why we, as beings of light, want to do this every year. And in fact, we're going to be missing one of our sisters right now, but she will be here in just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is throw in a little bit of music because this is a main thing as well. There's going to be major catwalks with fashion, music, and Lucas is going to be hosting it, as well as DJs and live music. And that's another beauty of what we do here. This, however, is someone who's not going to be performing. But her name is Kirsty McCall, and she was a badass in her days. And this song is... In fact, I think the first time I ever heard this song was on an episode of Sex and the City when I was in university. Just dated myself. All right. I mean, and just like that. The new one. I'm 29. Okay, this is Kirsty McCall in These Shoes. I think so. And we'll be right back in 3.5 minutes. Remember, you can catch the jams live on rce.cat and 106.9 FM. Oh, Children of the Corn. We are having a bit of a brunch because Lady Towy showed up like Mary Poppins with her umbrella and wet. But also, okay, so there's this croissant she brought, and this is the sidestep. Teacher talking time, TTT. It's a pistachio croissant with pistachio cream, and inside is mascarpone. And when you bite into it, it dribbles down. So you just missed it dribbling out of my mouth. It looked like something else. And it was incredible. And now we have this brownie here. So, folks, I hope you have some good poison with you, whether it's a mimosa or coffee in our case.
No kava
some good
today.
food. Get something, nourishing inside of you. And let's talk about nourishing your inner child as well. Oh, okay. Because part of what we're doing with a lot of these women that are coming out of these situations, unfortunately, not only have they coming out of all abusive situations, but it's the nourishment of our inner child and doing that work that I cannot expound upon more than I'm going to keep doing it in every session and every show. And part of what we're doing is bringing together an amalgam of people from mamas in biz to local artisans to theater people to activists to artists to bring the light out. So hopefully we're going to have better weather tomorrow as well. We're going to push that out.
I think so.
I think so. Lady T, tell us about the lineup because it is nonstop. Please.
Well, I have to say, I mean, every year we have an amazing group of people who join, who volunteer.
Jesus.
And so this is the first beautiful thing, but we will have an amazing setup. We have Tori Sparks. Tori Amos has been on my mind lately. Not Tori Amos, Tori Sparks, who has volunteered with us before. So super, super appreciate her. We have a great fire dancer who performed
Lord.
Yeah, looking forward to her.
Yes.
Child. Flamenco workshops. I'm just like
the Palau
amazed.
Dalmases says you have to do the flamenco workshop.
We have to do the flamenco workshop. Who else? We have so many.
Yeah,
we have Tana. She's going to have the workout session utilizing Black Limba's collection of activewear. So this is going to be loads and
One
loads
of our local
of
artisans.
fun. Loads
Great.
of fun. Design-wise, we will have Creativo. He's going to have his debut his runway show. Well, he's been around for many years.
He's
but
a
with
local
us,
designer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be fantastic. So basically, I know nothing about cars, but he takes the inner tubes of cars,
Yeah.
the
And
wheels.
motorcycles and makes these okay, because
Yes.
Laura Avery, and shout out to Lady Laura Avery, who is actually helps run. I mean, it was Laura, Karen, and Lukey on a drunken night when this came out, and we just have to give a mad shout out to that as well. But she wore a piece on this show here the other day, and it flipped people out because it just fit her figure so perfectly. But he's going to be doing gentleman is going to be doing an entire runway of his material.
And when you look at it,
guys.
it feels like leather. It looks like a whole leather show, but then you realize what he's actually utilizing. It looks fantastic. And the reason why I love that Laura is wearing his product is because, maybe someone would say, "Oh, it's for this kind of look or this lifestyle," or
goth kids
and
and stuff
Laura
like that.
is like, "No, she looks fantastic. I want a piece for myself." So this is going to be really, really.
And
really
how many?
special.
We're going to be doing several catwalks, and it just won't be his material. There's going to be several catwalks.
It's
as well.
going to be the
And
normal.
who's styling them? I'm curious.
Well, Felissa, of course.
Lady
Owner
Felissa
of
Williams
Timbe.
of Them Be Designs, who was also here a couple of weeks ago when we did the first shout out and the lead up to this. She was now, but Towy, I feel like you have things that you're going to be doing behind the scenes with the Gangstaline as well. What might that be?
Besides running around.
Making everything happen, yeah?
Yeah, basically that. I primarily focused on the digital marketing. So all of the posting you see, it's me. But it's me doing the posting in the stories. However, Tana has stepped in to create all of these amazing flyers and posters. And I mean, without her, I don't even know how this could be.
Doing it.
And what's been really I'm using dramatic words, spectacular this time around is with our lineup, which also includes, we will have a DJ.
What's his name, please?
Lady, I want to say Lady Emza, but that's not correct. Lady EMZ or Ems. So she's going to bless us with a nice set. We're going to have dancers, but just to jump back on what's nice is with all of the posting, all of the artisans, everyone who's volunteering have been doing an excellent job of getting the word out as well to the
to come to the show.
To come to the show. So it's like every time I go online, I see that someone is posting and tagging us, and we're receiving more followers. So it's been quite special this year. So we just need to keep it going.
We're
so
going to keep
even
that.
after the
That's why
show,
we're
after the
bringing
event,
light.
keep
Keeping
it
bright.
going.
Well,
Great.
and we also want to be feeding your energy as well. And this brings us to Lavana. Child. Lady Collier. And now I have to call you Lady Collier all the time. Because I have become, well, my family, we're Latino. So there's a lot of herbal things
Ancestral
that go
knowledge.
into that. Especially, and we're Native American. I think you're Native American as well, aren't you?
There's something going on. There's all kinds of stuff
So
going on.
it's just it's in our blood.
Yep,
I've been, since the new year, very focusing on these kinds of things. I mean, it's
a
just,
little tincture.
you already know. And this is what, let's talk about LavanaWild, please. I'm very curious about this and what brought you to that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess firstly I want to say that I'm going to be there tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
And, showing my potions and lotions and maybe giving a cleanse and adding some oil for a little massage. And then I'll have my products there and we'll be giving a percentage to both charities. So I'm really proud to be helping
you for being
empower
part of
women
this.
and coming. And yeah, LavanaWild is kind of about trying to empower women. I think it fits well with the concept tomorrow, and through herbal knowledge and kind of going back to using our wild plants to nourish and care for us in ritual and ceremony. And we all have this in our bones, like you just said. It's something that...
Did you grow up with it?
I did. I grew up with
Okay.
well, actually, my father was a dermatologist. My mum was the plant lady. And I knew the names of all the flowers. I don't have a formal herbalism training. I think I just learnt... Well, I just learnt on the job pretty much. I'm now in a certified lab. And, it's been a steep learning curve. And occasionally I'm a chemist. And...
Because you have to be, I would think.
You do, once it really gets rolling. But it all started with the lavender plantation in Penedès, and every year we have a big harvest with a community of women, and the project sprang from there, essentially.
How many different, is it only lavender that you work with?
It began with lavender. I'm now building a medieval medicinal garden up in the mountains.
Oh my gosh.
So we can use the wild plants for skincare directly from my own cultivation, so we know exactly where it comes from. And the plants in the mountains tend to have more concentrated properties.
Do you offer mountain workshops where people come and can make
I actually do in Barcelona quite a bit. We get women together and men,
Yes, I was
and
going to ask, can gay men come?
anybody is welcome. Young girls, young boys, older. It really is knowledge that we can all be part of, and understand that these gorgeous plant allies are there to support us when we realise that we don't have to rely on pharmacosmetics and quick fixes. I think we feel empowered.
When you're creating your own necessities,
Yeah.
that's something there as well.
It is empowering, and you also connect with the cycles. I tend to work with the moon, and every oil is infused for at least one moon cycle.
May I ask when your birthday is, please?
18th of August.
I love it, Leo. I'm Taurus Leo, but I got it. You know what? Okay, the beautiful thing is all of this that our sister's talking about is created from the ground, comes from the ground for us by Mother Nature. And we have a lot more. I have a lot more questions. I want to ask you a specific
me
question
too.
when the red light is off. So, This is Holy Brune. Holy Brune is one of my new favorite singers. She's out of the UK, and oh my god, this is a song called "Off the Ground." So perfect timing because I make it like that. And we'll be back in 2.5 minutes. Remember, you can catch the jams live all over the place on 106.9 FM here in Catalonia and rce.cat. And we'll be right back because I do believe AndreaHypnotherapy will be sitting right next to us when we come back. We'll be right back, kids, on The Club with Lucas. Eating that. I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. I'm not eating anything. I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy talk. That was Off the Ground by Holy Brune. And speaking of off the ground, someone just came off the rainy ground right now. Lady Andrea, hypnotherapist. Full name, please. What is your full name, actually? Not Andrea, hypnotherapist.
Yeah, my full name. I'm going to sound like when Pedro Pascal tells his name. It's like Andrea Paulina Ramirez Castro.
Yes.
That's my full name.
And whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Chile.
From Chile.
Yes.
Another Latina in the mix. Yo, wait a minute, madam, I didn't ask you where you're from originally.
Salisbury. Oh. In the UK.
Do you mean where Peter Gabriel wrote that song about?
Well, no, that's Salisbury Hill, which
Okay.
is actually near Bath. But he did live very, very near Salisbury. It's near Stonehenge.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so not too far from Oxford. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying. I was just there. Okay. Shut up, Lucas. Thank you so much for being here. And that's a lovely piece of. Is this a local artisan? Where did this come from?
Yes, well, kind of local. She's my friend. She makes these and also this beautiful
That's
bracelet.
beautiful,
very, yeah. She is an architect by trade, but she does all this and jewelry, and it's just beautiful stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
One of pieces.
Oh, right. Individual. However, is she going to be there tomorrow? I don't know.
No, she's
Okay,
not.
but you're going to wear her pieces tomorrow. That is brilliant.
I know, it's beautiful.
Sorry for those
isn't it?
listeners. We're just admiring things that are here. Now, can we talk about this hypnotherapy?
For
please?
sure, yes.
I'm curious about this because this is another thing that's going to be offered at one of the many stalls and things going on tomorrow from 12 to 8 at Palau Dalmases here in the heart of Barcelona at the Fashion Cares 2026 event. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all the volunteers. Thank you, all the artisans. Thank you, everybody that's donated secondhand love and vintage and consignment goods and all that good stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Every bit of it is going to help women in need. What specifically are you offering? I'm really curious about this tomorrow.
So I'm offering very short 15-minute hypno relaxation sessions and hypno energy boosting sessions.
Now, for the people unlike me who are, especially men, like, what is a lot of bio? How do you shut them up and explain what you do?
So hypno is very different to what we see in media and in the movies and in the shows. It's actually not a man with a pocket watch, or I'm not going to come to you and say, sleep. No, I could, but I won't do it. I use my superpowers for good. So hypnotherapy is basically a very relaxed state. You enter a very, very relaxed state where your attention is 100% super mega focused. That's all there is. We all enter hypnotic-like moments during the day when we're doom scrolling, when we are like spaced out looking out of a window or whatever. Also, when we are absorbed in a book or in a movie, those are trance-like states. So we all have that capacity. And also when we're sleeping, our brain waves get slower and slower, and we reach theta brain waves, which is hypnosis. And we achieved, like I achieved that with you by taking you through a very short journey where you can get very deeply relaxed so your subconscious can emerge and basically say, tell me what to do. Okay. What are we doing today? And this is where I can help people either overcoming any kind of beliefs, any kind of traumas, phobias, etc., you name it.
What led you to this? Did you suffer any trauma and things of that nature growing up?
Do we have enough time?
Right, nobody suffers childhood trauma. What are you talking about?
Childhood trauma? I don't know her. Yeah.
She's pretty.
So in 2018, I got very, 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 very sick. I was wildly misdiagnosed for the first 6 months. I had been bleeding for 6 months, and I had been told it was one thing and the other, and I was taking medications for one thing and the other. By the time I got to the ER, my kidneys were 3 days away from completely shutting down. I spent a whole month in the hospital. I lost 10 kilos in that month. I could not eat or drink water through my mouth. I had a cable going from my arm all the way to the middle of my chest with a bag and a pump. That was my food. And it turns out I had a monster flare-up of an autoimmune disease that's called ulcerative colitis, which means your immune system attacks yourself, attacks your intestines, creating bleeding ulcers. And when you go, if you usually go to the toilet, I don't know, 2 to 4 times a day, I would go 15, 20 plus in the night as well. So I was constantly bleeding. And that got under control at the hospital. And after I left the hospital, I had all these things, medications that I had to take. And I actually refused to believe that this was going to be my life. Because they tell you this is chronic, they tell you it's going to happen again, and you have to keep on taking these medications. And the side effect of the immunosuppressor was basically killing my, how do you call, like the medulla of the spine,
yes,
where the blood is actually produced. So basically leukemia. That would be the side effect of the immunosuppressants. And this is why they had to check my blood every 6 months. So a friend knew a doctor. She's an allopathic doctor, but she also uses holistic medicine. And she only treated me with hypnotherapy. And from that moment on, I stopped taking the medications, and I've never had a flare-up until today. And that was in 2019.
Not that she's having a flare-up now.
No, I'm not.
But wow. Okay. So you had empirical knowledge of this happening and working for you.
Absolutely. And I was shocked that
incredible.
not many people knew about this. I was like, why?
This is my first time hearing about this today.
Right? I know.
I learned about this on the X-Files when I was a young man. And I'm
Yeah,
not
for
kidding.
sure. It's very obscure, and I hope it becomes more mainstream because it's so powerful and it's so gentle and it's so compassionate, because even if you're dealing with trauma, you don't need to go and relieve the trauma. You don't need to go and look into anything.
Right.
You can heal from the present towards the future, and that is something that I really appreciate, because during that time I was also dealing with other practitioners of other types of medicines, and there was a lot of judgment. There was a lot of conditioning. And when you're in pain, when you need help, the last thing you need is somebody telling you, oh, this happened to you because of this and this and that you did. It's like, F off.
Mm-hmm.
I just need
I
help.
have a mom, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's enough.
Exactly. You know what? We're gonna throw in a little bit of song because we have to, and we're gonna be right back. It's actually a very short song, and I'm only doing it because I'm a homosexual. And it's actually the campaign theme song for the new Dolce & Gabbana, and it's Madonna with La Bambola. And I have a couple of questions. We're gonna be right back because both of our sisters here that are here today are actually talking about something that not enough people are using and need to be using. So let's get back to that. Here's Madonna with La Bambola. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. And it's fashion. Exactly. Chilean wine, and I mean the whole region over there.
Yes,
It's
it's
just
very good wine.
Do we grow the Malbec berry as well in Chile?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Okay, that's just me being a nerd. But, all right, that was Madonna. Now let's get back to what we want to do about Las Donas, because that's why we're here today. In fact, somebody very special has left us a little message, and that very someone special is Tori Sparks. Jefe, do we have that by Tori? Tori, leave us a little message, my love, please.
Hello, this is Tori Sparks, and I wanted to say that I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at the Fashion Cares event this Sunday. This is the, I think, third year in a row that I've had the opportunity to participate in supporting this fantastic cause. I mean, these people just work so hard to not only give everyone that comes out just a really fun experience and a really interesting experience aside from the cool fashion aspect, but also they're working really hard to raise money for a really good cause to help people in the community that don't have much. And you know, I just really can't think of a better reason to come out and play guitar, and I hope that all your beautiful faces will be there to help us both enjoy the afternoon and support this fantastic initiative. Thank you very much to the Club with Lucas for supporting Fashion Cares. Thank you, Fashion Cares, for having me be a part of their event, and see you tomorrow. See you Sunday.
Hell yeah, she will. In fact, that will kick off, I believe. That kicks off, and her concert kicks off at, I want to say, 6:45, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, 6:45 p.m.
6:45.
And she will be gracing that stage as well, as many of the Sunday girls will be doing there tomorrow. Lady Collier, I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Is there something simple that we could do for insta-tummy remedies?
I mean, I'm not really a herbalist for internal medicines, but
Okay.
when you say insta-tummy, I mean, what are you referring to?
Like when you get funky tummy symptoms.
Like now?
No, not now. Not now. This morning, perhaps. It had nothing to do with a whole 4-cheese pizza by myself, plus...
I would
other
just stick
things.
to water, to be honest,
Okay,
if that's
I'm
the
just gonna
case for the
drink water.
minute. Yeah.
So I shouldn't be eating this
I could tell you to go and pick some cleavers.
Definitely not that.
Sticky willies. They're all growing everywhere in the countryside right now.
Sticky
and you
willies?
Can, yeah,
What are sticky-
cleavers.
Yeah.
That's what the English call them. You can make a tonic and start to sort of give your system a little cleanse, spring cleanse, just very gently.
Okay, then I have another question then. Do you have any potions, lotions, tinctures, or creams for tightening skin?
There is a really good plant that grows in the Mediterranean called jara, which is Cistus ladanifer. There's Cistus incanus as well. And it has a kind of resiny quality to its leaves. And if you make a tincture out of that and use it in a cream, you will have a kind of firming effect. It's very high in tannins. So it's like a bit of an astringent. But then if you compensate with shea butter and coconut oil and other delicious things, you get the properties, that firming property, as well as the nourishment. But you can just go and pick them. Right now, in fact, they're flowering.
What?
So.
What? How do you spell that? Jara?
Jara, Jara.
Okay. Now they say here, yes, I'm nerding out as we speak online, that it's not jarabe de palo, is it?
No, jara.
okay.
I mean, the Latin is cistus, Cistus, and then there's lots of varieties of that type.
I'm so on this with a bag of chips. Okay, and this is yet another one of the beautiful things that that we'll be promoting tomorrow as well. There at Fashion Cares. Can we get back to another question? By the way, you said you don't have to suffer with trauma and things of that nature, and I did make little jokes about it before you arrived here, and now you're talking about it. So I think Jesus wants us to talk about this. But can hypnotherapy be not instant, but good recovery therapy for people who have dealt with a lot of abuse and trauma?
Absolutely.
Why don't more people know and talk about this?
Probably because it's very powerful, and call me whatever you want, but I believe that the systems in place don't want us to be fully healthy and happy, because if we're all awake and aware about the realities of our lives and our bodies, then the system has a problem.
Yep. Because then they can't afford to continue to poison
Exactly.
the people in the system.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and the same in pharmacosmetics. I mean, they
Yes,
want us to believe that we're
absolutely.
not beautiful enough when, we are.
Totally.
This is... And then with the Epstein files.
Moving on.
Moving along with the Epstein
That's for a Monday.
class.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but I have a question. Well, it's my own little thought because of all of the stuff that's going on around us that we really cannot control. And just tell me if it's the same for you. I've been just kind of retreating and wanting to just desperately go back to nature, the holistic, back to the land, back to just the basic,
Yeah.
which I think is the most
A lot
natural
of people
for
are
us.
starting to feel this, I
Yeah.
feel.
Right. This is my question.
Yeah.
Is it just me retreating aggressively?
I think
Or
we're
is it just
realizing the
how we're all
rupture
feeling?
finally
Yeah.
that this disconnect is actually really hurting us, and it's
Yeah.
becoming more and more obvious.
Yes.
Which is another thing with the wild plants. As soon as you start to learn to work with them, you actually feel supported, which is, I think...
Supported in which way?
Well, they're our allies. They're our medicine. I mean, I could go even further, and you start chatting to them, and you establish a dialogue, then it gets even better.
Yeah.
and it is medicine. Yeah.
Why do you think people are wanting to revert to that right now after so many years where they could have?
I guess we're just feeling that disconnect.
Yeah,
badly.
it feels like a natural way. Like it's not something that's trendy or that we're seeing. It just feels like naturally we are moving in that direction.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
especially now with this introduction to AI, like I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's
Right.
real, what's not, what's aggressive. I know nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because of that, it's an inner rejection.
Well, and also
of
you can
everything.
touch it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
like,
Yeah,
can-
exactly.
I don't even know.
Breathe
so it's
it
like
and
now
smell
I
it
just
and-
want to. I'm checking the agricultural calendar, and
Yeah.
really becoming in tune with
Yeah.
even what I should eat this
Yes,
period
yes,
versus.
yes.
Oh, I want to have.
Seasonal for
No, no, I
like
mean,
now
that
we're in
way-
citrus, and I'm like, okay, citrus. I'm eating nothing with that. Whereas before, living in the States, we can get everything
Right.
whenever we want.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that it tastes a little weird. It's because you're not supposed to eat it now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
same.
Becoming
Yeah,
more
the same.
into-
This is what you
you
said.
know.
What you said about the UK.
Yeah, I mean, and I apply that same concept to the skincare. That's why I've got seasonal products because I feel the same because they support us. You know, in autumn it's rose hips and elderberries, and I think we're returning back again to that cyclical.
Yeah, and it's
way
also
of living.
important to understand that the life that we live now with all the Wi-Fi and all these antennas and everything, these are positive ions that are running through our body all the time. When what we need to self-regulate ourselves is to be in touch with negative ions that are not so negative. They actually help us. And when do we get that? When we go to nature.
Take your shoes off.
Take your shoes off, ground yourself. It's like dumping all that
Scientifically
EMFs,
proven. Yeah.
poof, all the way down. So it's very important to go to nature. Like in Japan, they give you erexes for forest baths.
Forest bathing. Yeah.
So you go and spend time in the forest. Why? Because it regulates your nervous system.
Yeah.
Well, I've been such a proponent to a lot of my uni students about regulating their nervous system, mostly the men, because I personally see that we have a major crisis with just gentlemen in general, the human race, but
Yeah.
the people that aren't doing the work are usually, especially heterosexual men. Have fun with that. But yeah, it's a real thing. And unfortunately, or fortunately, there are some people like this crazy guy who has to tell others to do this because I see the dysregulation in men more specifically where, I mean, perhaps some of my younger sisters, they could get off TikTok and Instagram more often, but they also are more inclined to go to a yoga session, go talk out everything, including the size of their boyfriends, you know what. I mean, they'll spill where the men repress
Yeah. Like keep it in.
because they've been trained by usually emotionally unavailable fathers. But that never happens. What am I talking about? Okay, again, folks, this is just a small variety of the massive of 8 hours of love and goodness that are going to be pouring out from the Palau Dalmases tomorrow at Carred Bansveis, number 13 in the Gotico region of the city. In fact, it's right next to, it's a hop, skip, and a jump from the Catedral del Mar.
Yeah.
Right next,
Yeah.
right behind it. So you just walk up and find the goodness flowing. There's a $5 all-day entry fee. You come in, you can come out, you can come in, you can come out for all the different shows, all the different workshops, all the different talleres, all the different runways, and performances, and of course DJ stuff. And of course there's also a bar with little nibbles and wine, and wine and wine and wine. And so it's a beautiful way to spend your Sunday. If you're sober, we've got Beachy, don't you worry. And is there anything else? I feel like I'm missing something. Shout out to Laura. Shout out again to all the volunteers and for everybody who's going to be helping us as models for the runway. Mr. P, I will see you tomorrow. I've become friends with Peter, one of the models.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from LA. You
Super
know our
nice,
people
super
stick together.
nice.
You know how they stick together. And Lady T, is there anything that we need to say before we
No,
ship out?
I
Ship
think
out?
it's pretty much all covered. I think just tomorrow we're going to have a great time. It's all for a great cause. And I just think it's tomorrow. We plan to just keep doing it next year, the year next. And just to keep shining a light on the importance of giving.
Yeah, exactly.
Without expecting to even receive, just giving, because you never know when you may need some help. And this is why we're doing this every single year. Happily, it's the least we could do.
And again, thank you to everybody who has done this. Thank you, ladies. Is there anything else you would like to say before we shape out and ship out? Any word of advice or something deep? Ooh.
I would like to quote Clarissa Pinkola Estes, who
I
wrote
love her.
Women Who Run with the Wolves,
Yes,
who
I love that book.
says the doors to the wild self are precious but few. And that's something that I think we could all do with remembering.
Yeah.
I've got a quote for later,
yes.
too. Please, no, you first, ma'am.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that let's be mindful of what we consume. Not only the foods or the water, but also the conversations with other people, the environments we go into, and especially social media and everything that's on the internet. Let's start thinking with this wonderful machinery that the universe gave us.
Right.
And let's reconnect with this being that lives inside of us. Amen.
Amen. And so it is. And so
So it is.
Namaste. Now, I will say this one thing. This is from... I'm a nerd who reads Richard Bach's Illusions every year. I just love illusions. And this is one of the... You just turn the page and I'll have a little word for you. And this one was from this weekend. It said, your conscience is the measure of the honesty of your selfishness. Measure it. Listen to it carefully. Your conscience is the measure of your honesty of your selfishness. So honestly... Pay attention. Folks, we want to thank you again for being here. Tomorrow, 12 to 8, Carret Bands Vase, number 13, Fashion Cares 26. So much goodness. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Ladies,
you.
T, thank you for helping out and making all this stuff happen. Laura and
Thank
everybody, we
you.
love you. And folks, we're going to leave you with a little bit of Blondie, because it's Sunday, girl, and that's what we're talking about. Sunday with the girls. All right, this is Blondie with Sunday Girl. We will see you on the flip side next week at RCE 106.9 and here at the Club with Lucas. Bye.
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 Can we take a quick...